Hey everybody, it's Jan Erickson from Stepping Aside. I'm not doing a somewhat daily tarot and rune video today, but I did want to talk about the esoteric influences. I'm going to take a day off because we're planting corn and potatoes today, and plus we've got to do irrigation here in about 15 minutes. Got to start it. So mostly, I just wanted to talk about what the esoteric influences were, though today. You know, remember that we have, like, I don't know, five or six, let me count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 planets or planetary bodies in retrograde. We've got Juno. We're reassessing foundations with respect to partnerships. Basically, right now it's in the second house of Libra, so material possessions are actually, they factor into our relationships, material kinds of concerns. Seventh house Capricorn. Actually, I'm not sure on the seventh house on that. I have to go back and look. But right now, Pluto's in Capricorn. Retrograde. Allow the transformation to happen, and look forward to rebuilding relationships with others. I think that what we're dealing with right now in this 22 year is rebuilding on a soul level who we are to one another. Because who we are to one another, how we behave, how we interact, what we choose to do, the positions we choose to take, either contribute to our shared path forward, or it throws rocks in the way. And right now, we're on opposite sides of the equation with respect to this pandemic. And so you've got a lot of people out right now, out and about, having a good time, and oh, you know, I hope nothing happens to them. I personally don't think that that's going to be the case, but we're going to find out. You know, they may be right. The rest of us who want to stay protected may be wrong. We're going to find out, though, aren't we? It's going to take a couple weeks, but probably by Father's Day, we're going to see the picture by then, at least, maybe before, what the effect of this is going to be. So it's almost like a test case in a way. Problem is, it's a test case with dire consequences. So I don't know. We'll see how this all works out. We have both Saturn and Jupiter also in retrograde, and those two, Jupiter is the planet of expansion, and Saturn is the planet of contraction. And so when they're in retrograde, we're really taking an inward focus on how we manifest responsibility, right? Again, we're talking about joint enterprises. We're talking about the more intimate aspects of our lives. So our relationships with others, not just our partnerships, but close associations, friendships, all of that. Is it really taking us in the direction we needed to go? Or was it simply developing out of maybe a moment in time and not something that is perhaps sustainable? Let's see, Venus retrograde, rethink balance and harmony and partnerships and what we value in love and where we feel connected. Let's see, Pallas, reassess fundamental understanding of life, embrace out-of-the-box thinking, and follow our intuition. So these are the retrograde influences on us right now, and I really think that we need to look at, I mean, even more so than the planetary aspects, we need to understand the underlying energies that are happening right now. For the full esoteric influences, you can go over to Stepping Aside at imsteppingaside.com and look at just kind of scroll down a little bit when you get to the homepage, and you'll see it. It's, I don't know, 3 posts down or something like that, or 4 posts down. You'll see esoteric influences for this week, the 24th through the 30th of May, and then you can get all of this there. I'm not going to go over each day. From the human design or I Ching standpoint, I'm just going to go over just the numerology, the rune, the lunar, where we are, the moon's in Cancer, and then I'm going to talk about the active channels this week, because there's a bunch of them. And again, I'm talking about underlying energies that are at the foundation of every other planetary interaction that's happening. So I just wanted to do that as sort of to lay the groundwork for this week. But let's go back to the numerology. This is today's the 25th, so we're looking at 7 energy. Take a step back from the chaos and observe today. Think the scales and view yourself in the observational position, balancing out, letting everything settle before making any decisions. Hagalas, the rune is Hagalas today, one of the Norn runes. And Hagalas is known as the witch rune. It's the 9th rune of the Elder Futhark. And what it does is basically transform within a fixed framework. So Allow changes to take hold today as you recreate your vision. Let go of that which no longer serves. And you should do well. The moon in Cancer, particularly because the moon is in Cancer, is stressful for any of us when we're trying to stay well during a pandemic, particularly as we are at odds with one another over how we want to do that and how we want to see it. But while the moon's in Cancer, emotions are likely at the surface right now. And so honor what you feel, but be mindful of the shared task at hand. Take this time, if you need it, to recharge and rejuvenate and renew your spirit before gregarious Leo roars in late tomorrow evening. If you're, it's going to be late in the evening though when the moon travels into Leo, so you're going to have a bit of a transition tomorrow. If you're returning to the workplace, ensure that you can do so safely. The 5 channels that are active right now, there's going to be a 6th one as well opening on Saturday, but right now for the first few days this week, we have the channels of awakening, charisma, exploration, awareness, and openness active. 3 of them, let's see, I think awakening, charisma, and exploration, they drop off on Wednesday with still, awareness and openness still active. The final channel of community opens on Saturday. You can kind of get an idea, especially with that name, where we're going there. But in this case, awakening defines our commitment to higher principles, while charisma requires alignment between our words and actions. Finally, exploration wraps it all together by insisting that we follow our convictions, while still remaining open to others and allowing awareness to come from spirit, okay? This is about soul guiding our path, not ego, not the reactions that ego gives us, but in fact, soul actually defining the path that we're on. Same with the 22-year, profound soul level change. On Saturday, the channel of community opens, connecting the heart and solar plexus centers, fostering a desire of unity and shared purpose with others. So I think that what we're seeing, and if you look at the daily stuff at the end of the Esoteric Influences, that's where I have all the human design / I Ching influences. That's a really cool system, by the way, if you've not ever seen it before. Check it. I kind of talk a little bit about it at the beginning. I put that same couple paragraphs in each time just to give people an idea of what this is about. But I just find it to be a really cool way of looking at things, and I've been working with it for some time, probably much to the chagrin of actual, human design analysts. They're probably going, what is she doing? But I don't know. I see this from my own perspective, and I don't know. I think it's just really prescient, maybe even more so than looking at just straight astrology. So I guess that's why I'm drawn more to esoteric astrology than traditional, but it's kind of a different take on things. You're looking at your rising sign versus your sun sign. So, even though I'm a Libra, my sun's in Libra, my moon is in Gemini, and my rising sign, though, is Virgo, and that's the soul purpose. And so the soul's purpose is found there. So I don't know. I think that it's another take, and then looking at human design is just it's just another esoteric take on our day and how we can let these influences work for us and help guide our path. So anyway, that's all I wanted to share with you today. We'll go back to regular schedule tomorrow, although my water is going to be shut off at 7 a.m., so that's going to be fun while a repair is happening on the main line. So we'll see how long that takes. Hopefully they'll be right there ready to go. Goddess help them if they're not. So I don't know. Anyway, we'll see how that goes tomorrow. I'll take my shower the night before, so I'll get up super early, and then I'll be all bleary-eyed for it. But hopefully not. But in any event, thanks so much for listening, and have a wonderful day. Stay safe, stay home, stay protected if you have to go out. And be good to yourself, be good to one another, and blessed be.